Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we created Man and the Isles, and that is fantastic. At this point, we don't have any major issues. We don't need to hand out duchies or anything right now, although we definitely could. Let's see, I don't think we have any de jure over this way. Well, our armies are currently raised. We're gonna have to bring our forces back, and holy crap, that is 20,000 total soldiers. Okay. So we are definitely the strongest in the world at that point then, right? Like 100%. Granted, there's a lot of nations and they could team up against us. We're still threatened by alliances, but that's a ridiculous amount of soldiers. Of course, we do have the free troops, the pirates. So that is definitely a thing. And I think we have, yeah, we've just got a bunch of these guys here. These are our free troops from forming Man in the Isles, and we need to continue to use those. That's the reason why we have so many here. That is a total of 2,500, so, I mean, we still are really, really strong. There's no doubt about that. We're gonna head home and disband this army, and we could do various things here. We need to figure out, we have too many held duchies, so we obviously need to hand out many of these. We can grant the Duchy of Albany over to this guy in Gowrie. So, let's see here. The Jarldom of Albany. We obviously need to do so because if we look at this, too many duchies minus 90. So we definitely need to hand out the duchies that we have, but we don't need to create additional duchies at this time. The Jarldom of Ulster and the Jarldom of Mon we want to hold for ourselves. Look at all those building slots. We can build literally every building possible here. That's amazing. Of course, the reason for that is because this is a teeny tiny duchy with only 2 locations, and this one is a city. It just automatically becomes a city. So this duchy is, I mean, this single holding is incredibly powerful. But what it isn't is a replacement for a proper duchy. There's no doubt about that. But I think that we can live with that handicap. I really do. I think that'll be fine. So the Jarldom of Galway we need to hand out. That would go de jure here. Okay. So that is... Am I completely and utterly blind? Yes, because it's right here. Right, that goes to Lennox. Yes. Okay, double checking that, but that seems fine. The Jarldom of Leinster next. That goes to this guy. And we will grant that on over. Okay. And we can grant vassals to rightful lieges too. We'll do that in a moment. The Jarldom of Munster here, that goes over this way. So we'll grant that over. And his opinion of us comes up quite a lot. But for now, we're going to need to continue to hand these out. The Jarldom of Connacht is up over this way. And we will grant that to this guy. Yeah, he's in prison right now, but that's okay. And will we give him this earldom? No, we will not. For now. We are going to build additional castles up over this way, but for now we're not going to give him that earldom. We'll give it to him later. Next up is, of course, going to be this up over here. That goes to this gentleman. There you go. Cool. And finally, this one. Okay. That will go... Wait, was that the right one? Yes, that goes right here. Okay. And there we go. The Jarldom goes up over there. We can grant vassals to rightful lieges. And for now, we don't actually need to do that. So that's okay. That does reduce our power dramatically, but it's okay for now. We're not in a huge amount of danger at this time. We should, at this point, have de jure on some of these. No, we don't. Okay. The Duchy of Albany is held by this guy. Oh, we don't have the innovation for pressing de jure, do we? I think that is in early medieval. Yes. That is chronicle writing. So we can't do that for a while. that's okay. We do need to continue to convert our counties. That is absolutely important. And I want to promote culture in Ulster next. There we go. And we do need a new marshal. That'll be this guy. And a new spy master. That will be this guy. Oh, he's the same guy. Okay. We'll put in this guy as our marshal. He's only down 1 skill. Cool. Okay, so next we want to look up over this way. We absolutely want to get a castle right here. That is going to be very important, but we don't have the Moths innovation, so we can't do that just yet. We're a long ways away on that. We'll see what happens after we get Casus Belli and crop rotation. We can't change what this is because we are not the culture head for the Norse culture yet. We will get there, but we're not there quite yet. Okay. So, do we have a CB on this guy? I don't believe so. I mean, we can't do that. Our vassals maybe could, but we can't. We could go after perhaps this guy. Conquering, like, this duchy down here. That would be completely fine to do. In fact, literally everything he has would be fine. I think this is the best duchy he has. Cool. We'll declare this, and we're going to go in on that. We've got these guys all here. We could create another men-at-arms regiment. Of course, we are feudal at this point, so our monthly income is going to be the bigger concern at this juncture. I do think that another set of Varangian veterans would be good. And I'm going to create that. I don't know that we're going to take it up to max size right now. That's very expensive. But we'll create 1 unit of it. And then we'll raise up our troops right here. I do also want to... We already finished those Hunters' Lodges. That's very fast. Okay. We can't upgrade our economy here, sadly. But what we could do is work on this city's economy. And that's absolutely something we want. So we want to put in the trade port there. Man, that builds fast. Because of the stolen city. Oh, wow. Okay. So we can develop this really quickly. We should probably consider doing that after this war. For now, of course, we don't have access to siege weapons, and we can't really get it. We're going to head on in over this direction. They called in the Knights Templar, which is kind of hilarious. But that's fine. Our dynasty has unlocked always space in the hold. Max size of heavy infantry regiments +2. That's really strong once we get there. We're not there yet. Okay, so we're going to siege this down. That'll take 6 months. He's coming in over this way. Honestly, how many do we need to siege this? 250? I vote that we leave behind this unit of levies, and then we just go over here. Sure, we'll get a recently disembarked, but that's fine. Well, let's go. They're fighting over here. That's hilarious. And they're actually losing. Okay, so that's a stack wipe. I do want to chase down this army. They didn't get stack wiped, sadly. I'm wondering where they're retreating to. The answer is it's unclear. Retreating to there? Okay. We do catch them here, it looks like. Sure, of course they'll be there. We finished up that siege. We're going to come down here. Do we have a siege commander? We could recruit one for gold, but I don't actually want to spend gold on this right now. Okay, so this will stack wipe. And we actually captured him there. So this war is over. We're going to disband our troops. And we are, of course, over our limit here. We're going to just grant these out to Norse vassals. We could hold this one ourselves. At least temporarily. So we'll go ahead and do that. That will be fine. And I definitely want to spend time investing in this, because we build so fast. So, we want guilds here, definitely. In this city, I want to put in a trade port. Now, that's going to be much slower, but that's okay. In this temple, I want a trade port as well. Cool. Can we boost up our crown authority? Yes, we can, and we should definitely do so to boost up our income a bit. Our income is currently positive, and that's a very good sign, for sure. Now, this castle here has a small hill fort, levying grounds. Realistically, we might want to replace the small hill fort with a trade port. And that's what I'm going to do. Over this way, we definitely want to put in farms and fields. And then in this city, I would absolutely like to put in actually just guilds. We'll just put guilds in there. I'm not going to develop this county over here. But this one up here, we can definitely go for in a bit. But we're going to have this maxed out quite quickly at this point. And that's, of course, because of the stolen city. As far as this castle goes, we've got crop fields, pastures, fishing net weavers, and bastions and curtain walls. This is a purely economic fort right now. And I'm wondering if that's okay. We could replace the pastures and the bastions and curtain walls with military camps and barracks, and I think that might be the way to go ultimately. But we'll see. Okay, our son drowned while playing with Jarl Valdemar. Okay, well, I hope he'll be playing in Valhalla. Rest in peace, little otter. We gained a stress level, and we could become a drunkard, but we're just going to press on. Fantastic. We're now practiced kidnappers. Gain prestige when ransoming prisoners. I like it. That'll be fine. I'm not going to focus too much on expansion for the next little bit here. I'm not too concerned about it. Right now, what I want to do is get all of our holdings over here relatively maxed out. For this one over here, I would absolutely like to put in hill farms. There we go. In our capital, we can upgrade our hide tents, and we will do so. Those will be done very quickly. And this will be used to boost up our personal power levels. That should be completely and totally fine. We do have some losses in these special troops, but that's okay as well. I want to come up over this way, and I would love to get guilds and a trade port in here. Okay, we gained 350 prestige from that. We could go raid. That is a distinct possibility. Loot is not great unless we go into England, and we could do so. We don't need to lead this ourselves. Okay, so that only raised 5,000 troops. That's enough. We can come in over here and just get some raiding done because I want to get some cash going so that we can continue to invest up over here. We're, of course, going to hand out these titles eventually. These are going to be our capital duchies, which is going to be smaller than our usual capital duchies, that's for sure. But I'm okay with that handicap. It's certainly going to be a bit of a handicap, but it should be fine. We do raid a lot faster now, in theory. And let's head on over. This is going to be a relatively brief raid compared to some of them that we've done previously, I think. But, oh, another child died. Yikes. So this is inland over here. We want to keep to the coast. I should have gone to this bishopric first. That's for sure. Okay, we're going to head down over this way. We're at 89 gold right now. $109. Excellent. We have a diplomacy lifestyle perk here, and we're just making our way down over this way, although we don't really need to at this point. We could take, like, a life of glory, we don't need to continue this tree. I think at this point, we switch over to wealth focus. Just because I want to earn all of the money that we can to get our duchy ahead right now, we're going to be... Interesting. I don't really want to fight these guys necessarily, though. Are they in a war? They're in a war. Okay. They don't want to fight us either. Sounds good. Okay, sure, we'll join that war, but I don't guarantee that we'll participate. We're going to head down over here, and I think we'll put an end to this raid pretty soon. Honestly, this is rude. They're coming in to raid us here. That's rude indeed. We're going to put this guy in charge, and this is farmlands. Interesting that apparently this guy was better. He has less advantage in the same trade. I feel like this guy's actually quite a lot better. Okay. We may lose this fight. We'll see. Yes, we do. That sucks for us, actually, that they just happened to be right there. I was going to leave right on this one, but okay. They just came in and hit our raiding force. Sad. That is really, really unfortunate that they just happened to be right here. Bad luck. So the Spy Master needs to be replaced. There we go. And we're just going to retreat back up over here. We lost a lot of loot from that, which is sad. I'm going to disband these guys. Just for that, I'm not going to come help you for a bit. We're going to reinforce up, and we'll raise our troops back up soon and head in there, but there's not much we can do right now. We'll need to get in there, but for the time being, this will have to do. So we're going to raise all of our troops here at this point. And we're going to head down over this way. Yes, our ally loses there. And actually, it's over. Okay. It is over. Our ally got captured, so that's fine. Cool. So that was very, very strange. I have no explanation for the fact that they were just embarked right here. I was literally going to loot that and then head home. Sure. At this point, like I said, I'm not too keen on expansion. It's not that big of a deal to me at this moment. I'm much more interested in getting our structures, at least level 1 structures, built over here. This ransom, we definitely want to do. And this one as well. Yes, there are vassals, but that allows us to begin construction of a guilds or a trade port here. They're both the same at this point. So we're going to do a guild. And over here, we would like to get enough gold to put in a trade port as well. That would be amazing. We need to continue our constructions over this way, of course. Oh, you built a wooden barracks there. I don't love that, but it's okay. That's all level 1. Looks good. Okay. Well, you leave me no choice. At this point, I think that we need to come down here and raid again. Although there's not that much raiding to be done. We can raid Galicia, Volhynia. Sure. We'll do so. And let's get in there and do some raiding. We'll just raid our way all the way up this coast, I think. Cool. That idiot belongs in my dungeon. So hopefully this time West Francia won't just appear and kill our raiding force for no real reason. Like, they couldn't have even known that we were there because England wasn't involved in that war. That was just bad luck. Unless the AI was cheating. Which I suppose is a possibility, that the AI would have been cheating. That's a distinct possibility, I think. We should probably check through here. We can put in a beautiful wooden warrior. Can we not equip that? Does that have to be... Is that a child thing? Yeah, it must be a child. But we can equip the ballad. That'll be okay. And we'll just continue to siege our way north here. How much do we have? 96 gold? I think we can keep going. There we go. We'll head up to Westmoreland. And, of course, this is our territory. We'll just disband here. For some reason, I was thinking that that wasn't our territory, but that's 117 gold. Sounds good to me. We're going to come over this way and build a trade port. We want that sweet, sweet development growth, and that will be fine. We also want additional constructions over this way. Oh, that was a ransom. Speaking of which, we should definitely do as much ransoming as we possibly can. We're going to mass ransom everyone right now. Cool. So that's a lot of gold flowing in. And with that gold, we are, of course, going to work on upgrading this trade port. We're going to build ourselves wetland farms here. And this would be monasteries that we build here. We're not developing this city at this moment. Donegal is currently good to go. Well, we need a little bit more cash at this point, but that's fine. Cool. So our economy is definitely developing here. There's no doubt about that. What is our current development? 21. I like it. That's pretty fantastic. If we were to look at, like, development map mode, look at that. Development of 21. I mean, it's a little higher in, like, Rome. But overall, that's pretty solid as far as development goes. We're investing in passive development growth in all of these locations, of course. We could go raid again. The question is, how much raiding is really available? Probably a decent amount over on this coast. We'll accept this guy's gifts, absolutely. That'll be fantastic. And we do need to get our economy much, much more online. Of course, I do expect this to be a somewhat smaller empire than some of our previous empires, just because of our duchy situation, and because of the rules of the game. But we'll see how that ends up going. I really want to get... Okay, we can get a new stewardship lifestyle perk. That's nice. We'll take golden obligations. And we can vassalize this chieftain. Done. Absolutely. Fantastic. We can ransom a couple more prisoners, and we will do so. This guy's already considering a proposal, but there we go. Cool. So that's some additional cash. We're going to invest that in Donegal if we can. Yes. A trade port for development growth is fantastic. We'll get that going. Now, we probably do want to swap out our small hill fort here and our pastures for troops. We'll see how that ends up going. And we'll try to debase the coins here. Hey, we saved a fortune. So we gained 90 gold, and we got development growth from that. Always good. We're going to upgrade our wooden barracks here. And that should be absolutely fine. So as far as this duchy building goes, what duchy building do we actually want here? Maybe upgrading our men-at-arms? Blacksmiths might not be a bad idea here. Or jousting grounds, but we're not heavy on cavalry. In fact, we have no cavalry. So probably blacksmiths is what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, because we don't really want to buff up our economy or our military here because this is such a small duchy. We can raise a runestone, and we'll do so. I mean, actually, no, we shouldn't. We shouldn't raise a runestone. We have no need of prestige right now. So we're not going to bother with that. I'd rather have the gold at this moment. Looking in at this, we could use some additional upgrades here and here. But everywhere else, we have some solid constructions going on. I like it. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue to develop our territories. I'm not too concerned about expansion at this exact moment. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.